Okay, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited. I've only done this a million times. 303-666-9020. I mean a million times because I've done a lot of frame and tub videos over the years. I've been doing this about 10 years. So anyway, 4-cylinder, 2.5, works on 87-95. It is a rust-free California straight frame. This is a grade A, meaning it is pretty much perfect. Only thing we could do from here is sandblast it, which we do offer. You can call us, ask us information about that. Costs a little bit more, but looks pretty freaking awesome. These look awesome too. This is all the factory paint you see on here. Nice black finish. Pretty much throughout. There's a little bit where the paint's wore through, and you got a little bit of oxidation of the metal there. There's no rust on those areas. This area is pretty common to see a little bit of scaling. This is where the bumpers go for your radiator support, or your otherwise known as a grill. They sit there. This one's aren't bad at all. But nonetheless, that's why I do these videos, so you can see it. There's no broken bolts in the front of it. That front bumper will bolt up just fine. Shock towers are in great shape, no rust in there. These are your motor mounts. If you wanted to use this on a 6-cylinder, you easily could. These are identical frames minus the fact where these are located. These are actually compensated for the shortness of the block, so they move them back as they are here. 6-cylinders sit up just a little bit closer to those shock towers there. And then I think there's an area somewhere on these frames you can actually may say it here. Sometimes they have a stamp. It doesn't really matter if they don't, but I actually just learned this last week, so yeah, those don't have them. So, but anyway, sometimes you'll see a stamp on them. A lot of TJs will have that. Little holes you see here and here, those are factory. Those are crush points. So it's kind of an easy way to see if you got a bent frame, is to see if those are all screwed up. Otherwise, just look for bulges if you're looking at a Jeep to buy. Bulges in the metal. These are pretty solid. There's a couple areas that they kind of bend in naturally or from the factory, as you see, as they kind of narrow to the front and widen in the rear. Otherwise, we'll wrap this video up. I'll flip it over here in a second. Areas that you got to watch for on YJs and TJs are usually these back halves of the frame, at least this side. And this is in good shape. You can see there. There's a little bit of where the rocks have come up to knock the paint out. You get the oxidation kind of specks in it, but all that will brush right off with a wire brush, or like I said, you can ask us about sandblasting. Sometimes we run promos on that. This area here likes to rot out because it traps it. This is underneath your gas tank skid. This area is known just to kind of build up on, especially if you're in the salt areas for the winter time. Otherwise, like I said, you won't be disappointed with this one. Give me a second here. I'm by myself, so I got to flip this thing over real quick. You'll see the sky or the yard or something real quick. They don't weigh very much, maybe 150 pounds, give or take, so a little bit of clattering. Just like that, so. Alright, so bottom of the frame. Again, equally as important to make sure it's solid. This is usually the easiest area to see if you're looking up underneath a Jeep to see if it's rotted. This one again is in great shape. I like to show the top first because that's areas you usually can't see, so you can kind of know where to look. See those pockets up top. This area is pretty common to see this in. This is actually a little bit of scaling, but it's actually from the belly pan. The belly pan deteriorates more than the actual frame does. They just designed it metal on metal. It's going to trap some moisture always. You're always going to have that. A little Port 15, Rust-Oleum, other products out there will help prevent that. I've seen guys put gaskets in between them and stuff, but I think it just traps more moisture. So I just kind of, I mean, normally when you do an oil change or tranny fluid or anything like that, that's the time that you'll take your pan down. Some people don't, but then it drains all over your pan, makes a mess. And it's kind of a wise idea to pull those bolts every once in a while anyway, because they like to be locked up in there. Plus, it allows you to kind of brush that area off and put a little Port 15, you know, once or twice a year on it. Or Rust-Oleum, that works really easy too. Anyway, none of those bolts are broken. That's key. Nothing is cut, welded, or anything else on it. The track bar mount there is fine. It's just got the stud in it, which is loose. I just had to take a pry bar to get it out right now. I can move it with my fingers. And I think that's it. If there's anything I missed or that you've seen on it, questions, comments, concerns, give us a call. Again, 303-666-9020. Take a look at our website, jeepsunlimited.net. We're not just a massive used parts yard, or the biggest, I should say. We are also a new parts inventory as well, so, or it can be a new parts source for you as well. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think this one came out pretty good. You'll be happy with it. So, I think that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching.